Today is the all-important insurance renewal reveal. So I'm going to talk to you today about how much it actually cost me to renew my insurance premium for the Range Rover that I bought. Now, to bring you up to speed, if you haven't followed any of the other videos, I bought a Range Rover Sport 2015 back in January of this year, and it replaced a BMW M140i that I had. Call me crazy, but I do like Range Rovers. I love the brand, and the whole point behind these videos that we're doing is to try and bring some reality and fact and honesty to the question, can you actually own these cars in 2024? You know, forget the fact that they're less than 20 grand to buy in some circumstances, like the one I bought. But can you actually afford to own one? Aren't they getting nicked all the time? Aren't the insurance premiums through the roof? Can you even insure them? Don't they cost thousands a month to maintain? Don't they go wrong all the time? So I've tried to answer these questions in as best an order as I can. So if you haven't checked them out, check all the previous videos. There's sort of a briefing I'll put somewhere here of what we've covered so far. But anyway, today is the main talking point, I guess. Can you insure a Range Rover in 2024 unless you're of the ability to write blank checks everywhere? Can you even get an insurance quote actually? Well, I'm here to tell you there's good news, and yes, you can. So I always promised this video when it was coming because I've always said in my other videos, I've always said I do sincerely think that the Range Rover theft and real high insurance premium, not being able to get insurance, I think it's ever so geographically biased. And I think it's predominantly in and around the major cities and stuff like that, where all the shit's happening and where all the problems are. And I do think that's true. So I'm going to tell you that the insurance renewal on my Range Rover, the car that I've got, for example, if you haven't seen the other videos, is a 2015 Range Rover Sport HSE 7-seat model. So it's nothing special. The car cost me less than 20 grand. Now first of all, you have to be of the understanding that insurance has gone up as a rule. So anyone I speak to and you speak to in and around the industry, friends, colleagues, you know, you name it, they'll probably all be telling you that their insurance has risen. And this was the test for me because in January we replaced our BMW M140i for the Range Rover. At the time, the gap between January and March to cover the difference was only £40. So I was very hopeful that today was going to be a good day. And it genuinely is. I'd set my expectations at around £1,000 to insure the car for a year. Now, to put you in the picture so you understand some of our credentials, I guess, we're very, I would say, average, normies, with regards to us as individuals. So me and my wife insure the car, we share the car. We're both in our 30s, both been driving since we were 18, no unspent convictions, fully comprehensive, that covers social domestic pleasure and commuting. We do like 10,000 miles a year. It's parked on our driveway day and night. It's got no extra security devices. It's as it come out of the factory. I've got one claim at no fault that was last year. My wife's got 10 years plus no claims. I've got a couple, and there's nothing in terms of the industries. My wife's in banking, I'm in the motor industry, so I know they don't like that, but you know, there's no extenuating circumstances anywhere, nothing to suggest that our premium would be really low or really high. And we live in a small village just bolted onto the side of a town, so we don't live in a high risk area like the centre of London, but we don't live in, you know, like the Cotswolds, for example. So we're fairly average, and I would say we're fairly low risk for insurance companies. And once we put all that information and data in, the best premium my wife could find was £1,196 and a few pence for the year. So I'm not too disappointed with that. I expected it to be £1,000 plus, because when I had a Range Rover back in 2019 or whenever it was like £800, and I know it's all gone up since then. But based on the fact that there's all this hype in the media about them being stolen left, right and centre, then I really don't think that's bad. It shows that you can genuinely insure these cars. I've obviously got to understand, listen, £1,200 is not like pocket change for me. I'm an average Joe. I don't live a life of luxury and spend time on holiday and on yachts and stuff like that. I'm a working class man. You know, genuinely, if the Range Rover, if the premium came back at like £4,000 or £5,000 or even £3,000, there's no way I could have kept the car. I would have been in an absolute shit situation. I'd have had to have sold it. There would have been no way out for me. But I'm happy to report we can keep the car. So I understand it's a significant amount of money, but relatively, I think it's fair. I think that's a decent premium. You're not going to get it, You're not going to get it for a lot less than that these days anyway, if you were driving that sort of car. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. Some hints and tips I did take from that I would like to relay is, when you're filling insurance out, don't tick any boxes that don't need to be ticked, or don't overcompensate for stuff. Like if you do 8,000 miles a year, put 8,000 miles a year, not 10. If you keep the car on the driveway most of the time, put that. If you've got 11 years no claims, not 10 years, make sure you check and put that. Like, be as accurate and honest as you can, obviously, but be as dynamic as you can with it as well. And I learned that because I was trying to put lots of different information in and change I was changing stuff on the quotes that I was doing, that it was spitting out ridiculous premiums, whereas when my wife did it on her phone, she did it just off the bat, as honest and genuine as possible. That's when the quote came back the lowest. So if you're trying to be smart with these insurance companies and tweak this and change that, they do cotton on and they do sting you with a high premium for the privilege. Oh, and I probably didn't say my wife's the policy holder. I'm a named driver. She's the owner of the car, and yeah, the main driver. And I think it definitely does benefit if you're in a a relationship like that. Then to put the lady on does make the premium less. When we did it a different way around, when I was quoting and I took my wife off, it made the premium go up. Some things I did learn is that when I changed the postcode to Bristol, although I think the quote was toilet because it was stinging me for pissing about, the premium doubled. And when I put an Uxbridge postcode, London, then the comparison site wouldn't quote me. It said you had to ring. So I do think that backs up what I said originally, that it's very geographically biased, this whole insurance thing. Anyway, I don't want to drag the video on forever. That's what I've learned. That's what I've got. The premium's less than £1,200. I'm keeping the car relatively. I think that's fair, and I'm happy. So you can insure these cars. You can insure these cars, subject to geographics and other things, I would assume. I think that's about it. We did ours through a comparison site. It was Money Supermarket, and we got insured through Sheila's Wheels. But yeah, the best advice I can give is be honest and shop round. Our previous insurer, who we were with before, quoted £1,600. So I would say don't auto-renew. Don't take your current insurer's renewal quote as the best you'll find. Be honest, shop round, do it right first time. And I think that gives you the best chance. But yeah, I think I'll leave it there. I just wanted to document that for you because I'm hoping to instill some faith into people that want to own and understand the complications with Range Rovers and still want to own one. That it's doable for an average person like me who doesn't have a bottomless pit of a wallet. So yeah, that'll do. Listen, I don't want to drag on. I'll say thanks so much if you're watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video. It helps us out so much, and we're trying to grow the channel so we can make more informative and relative content. On that note, please do leave your comments because it only helps us out. Positive criticism is absolutely welcome. It's the best way for me to make this better for people that are watching and more relevant to you. Subscribe if you want to see more, because I do own this car. I am going to be documenting various things, ailments, costs here and there, warranties. The next video that's coming, I'm trying to put together a decent video on warranties because I've been asked that in the comments. I'm just waiting for some information from Land Rover, but that is like getting blood out of a very thick stone, so I'm struggling, but I will get there. That's probably the next video. And we're going to be doing some other videos with some of the other cars that we've got. We've still got to do a video on the RS6, although it's causing us problems. We've got some other interesting bits and bobs in and around the garage that we want to show you as well. So check out our other videos, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.